I'm Ian.
I'm Annabelle.
And today we interview Mr. Polisena, Mrs. Holmes, Mrs. Acari, and Mr. DeRidder. What is your favorite thing about teaching?
Oh, me? I get to go first?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, honestly, my favorite thing about teaching is just being around the kids and all their energy that they bring. Every kid brings a different type of energy, sometimes higher energy than I can handle, but sometimes, most of the time, they meet me at my energy level, which is pretty high as well. So yeah, that is my favorite thing. I love being around the kids and teaching and sharing knowledge with them.
I was going to say something very similar. I agree with that, and just building relationships with students and getting to know each student differently.
I agree with all of those answers as well, but I really enjoy, since I teach the youngest of the Trinity students, when they learn something new. I really enjoy that about teaching. It's like that when they discover something that they didn't know before and their faces light up and it's exciting for them, and that just it's very exciting and makes me happy.
Our next question for you guys are, where did you guys go to school? Whether that be like high school or college or whatever. Mr. Polisena?
Well, I guess I'll do both then. I went to Warrenmont High School, graduated from there, and then ended up going to Oakland University and graduated with my bachelor's degree at Oakland University.
I went to Lutheran High North for high school, and then I went to Grand Valley for college.
How about you, Mr. DeRidder? Where did you go to high school or college?
Howdy, how's everybody doing?
Good.
I went to Lutheran North, same as Savannah. I was actually friends with her sister for a little bit, so yeah, small world. What was the other question?
What is your favorite thing about teaching?
My favorite thing about teaching is just seeing that the aha moments that students have when they are confident enough to just go for it, whether or not they think they're going to fail, just having the confidence to go for it and carry through with it. That's my favorite part about teaching for sure.
I went to Eisenhower High School. Then after Eisenhower, I went to Oakland University as well and got my first bachelor's degree. And then I went back several years later and received my teaching degree from Oakland University as well.
What did you think you would be doing as a career back when you were in high school?
Oh, man. You know, when you're in high school, you are thinking of doing many, many things. I went from thinking I was going to be a rock star to thinking I was going to be someone's personal chef. Then I thought I was going to be a nurse until I found out that the sight of blood of any kind, even a paper cut, makes me want to just pass out on the floor. So I was like, well, what can I do where I can help somebody? And that's what led me to teaching. So
I actually thought I was going to be a nurse in high school, and then I realized I am terrible at science, so I was out the door very quickly. So, yeah.
Well, I always just wanted to be an artist, but the real world, that's kind of hard to do right off the bat, so had to get a profession. So, like, instead of just being a freelance artist, I'm now an art teacher, so I was always kind of geared towards that, so, yeah.
I either wanted to be a veterinarian or a teacher. And when I realized that I might have to, I just wanted to take care of the animals and, love on them and do all the fun stuff with them. And I didn't, really dawn on me until later that I might have to do, surgery on them or, help them when they're sick. And that just made me really sad. So I decided I'd go with my other choice of a teacher. And I'm glad that I did, because I think it's a good fit.
All right, now what was your favorite and least favorite subject in school?
Well, my least favorite subject would probably be science as well, like biology, chemistry type of science. When it was like earth science, that was fine, but biology and chemistry, I couldn't grasp it. My favorite subject was PE and weightlifting class, and those I just enjoyed the activity and being around others, and it was just like a huge teamwork boost whenever we did things together in that class. Otherwise, probably math. I liked math as well.
My least favorite is science, yeah. And then my favorite is English. Obviously, it worked out since now I'm a middle school English teacher. So, yeah.
My favorite was art. And then my least favorite, I would say, probably math, especially in high school. That just kind of took a turn and got really difficult for me in high school. But yeah, those are my favorite and least favorite for sure.
I would say my least favorite was math as well, like Mr. DeRidder. And I liked it up until high school, and as it got more difficult, I started to not like it as much. But my favorite was always English literature, reading, and writing. I always really enjoyed that. So.
All right. Our next question for you guys is, how long have you guys been teaching?
Well, let's see. Started in 2014, so that would make it, 11, 12 years now. Did most of my time at a school called Michigan Math and Science Academy in Warren, and then now this is my first year here, and the school is amazing.
This is actually my only second year teaching. I taught 4th grade last year, and now I teach middle school. And it's my first year here at Trinity.
Yeah, this is also my second official year as a certified teacher. I've been working in school, this one, for a little bit over 2 years, but as a certified teacher, this is my second year.
This is my 21st year of teaching. I started out, I taught 1st grade for a year in public school, and then I came here and I taught preschool for a number of years, 3-year-old and 4-year-old. Taught young fives for a while, and then taught preschool again, and now this year I get to teach kindergarten.
Can you guys please tell us a fact that a student wouldn't know about you?
I'm going to pass on this one, and I'll try to think about it when it comes around. Because I didn't come prepared for this one, and I forgot what I was going to say.
All I could really think of is that I played basketball in high school and all through middle school. I don't think I've told my students that.
I'm not sure either. I'm going to pass it over to Mr. Acari, and then we're going to go back to both.
It's hard when you're such an open
It
book,
is,
you know?
yeah.
It's like, I'm going to tell you
Wear
whatever.
my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, I think mostly everyone pretty here knows everything that. I think a lot of people don't know that I played classical piano until I started when I was about 8, and I played until I was 16. And much to my mom's disappointment, I stopped in high school because it wasn't like the coolest thing to, play classical piano. But that was like, when I say classical, I mean, it was like I mostly played, Mozart and Chopin and, Beethoven. And so I stopped playing when I was 16. And but I still do play every once in a while when I get a special request. So,
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, I think I thought of one as well. So yeah, I used to play hockey when I was younger. I guess in honor of the Red Wings starting their season, that was my fun fact. Yeah.
See, I jogged your memory there, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I still don't have a fun fact about it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll get back to you guys and come see me sometime in room 302 if you ever want to know a fun fact about me.
All right, next question. If you weren't a teacher, what would you probably have done instead?
Ooh. Well, like I said, nursing was out of the question because sight of blood really gets me. I'd say probably a personal chef, honestly, because I still love to do it. My main reason that I didn't pursue that was I didn't want to take something I really loved to do, like as a hobby and turn into a job that I might end up not liking. So I separated my fun from work and went a different route. But now I'm having fun at work, so that's just what happened.
I probably would have done something business related. Both my sisters and my dad do mortgages, but that didn't seem that fun to me. So I didn't do that, but probably would have been the other option.
Yeah, if I wasn't a teacher, so I did mortgages for a couple of years too, so I had to get out of that. But if I could go back and do it all again, I'd probably want to be an architect. 'Cause I feel like with art, that's one of the more successful opportunities for you. So that's mine.
I think if I wasn't a teacher, I probably would have gone into maybe interior design. I really, maybe I could have worked with Jake, and he designed the houses, and I could decorate them. Just because I really like making things pretty, and seeing how things go together, and the feng shui of a room, and making it comfortable and cozy.
All right, this one's an interesting one. What's a pet peeve of yours in the classroom?
Wow. What's a pet peeve?
Probably a lot of them.
I don't have a lot of them. It's really when like it gets overbearingly loud. I get a little overstimulated, and yeah, I think that's my pet peeve is when the class just gets too loud. Like I need noise in my life, kind of like what we talked about, at chapel about silence. Like, but there's times that I need like a calm. A calm. So when things get a little too loud and crazy, I think that's what gets me.
Yeah, mine's pretty similar. I put down shouting out answers. You guys even know I like when people raise their hands. So when they shout out answers at me, it's very overstimulating hearing 4 different kids shouting probably 2 different answers at me. Yeah.
Yeah, I could piggyback on that too, but also just like, especially in the art room, just being responsible for, yourself and kind of your messes. I think that's a big thing to learn in the art room. So when that's not being done, that kind of builds up for the next person, and that's kind of, I don't like to see that happen.
Well, for me, and it might not be a problem with the older kids as much as it is with the little ones, but the tattletaling, or the that's kind of a pet peeve of mine, and I keep saying let's just worry about you and not worry about everyone else, but that's hard to do when you're little, so probably tattletaling, yeah.
When and how did you know you were going to be a teacher?
Well, like I said, I kind of was in a rut in college because I was going through all these different things I wanted to do and wanted to be, and I just was like, well, I need to find something where I can help people. Where can I put that skill of helping people? And, even thinking back to grade school, too, I had teachers that were just awesome. And I wanted to be what they were. So I guess it leads almost all the way back to grade school, just seeing the teachers and how they influenced me. And then later in life, even though it wasn't right in my face, that's, what helped me decide it.
I think I was a sophomore in college when I realized I couldn't do nursing because I think I had like a low C in science or something. And so I was trying to think about like what I should do next. And then I thought about similar like teachers I had in the past. I had this one English teacher at Lutheran High North. I don't know if he still works there, but he made a big effect on my life, and I loved his style of teaching. Saw what he did with students, so I would say my old teachers.
All right. Could you remind me of the question again? I got lost in that answer.
Yeah, when and how did you know you were going to be a teacher?
So something that when I went to college back in 2018 and again in 2021. So the first time I was in college, I thought about it, but I didn't feel like I was ready or, like I said earlier, confident enough to go for it. So I took a couple years, and then I worked in the mortgage industry. After working with adults for a couple years, I was like, yeah, I'll probably go back to teaching and try to do that, because I just think working with kids is not only important for the future, but it's also uplifting for us as well. They just bring a nice energy, and it keeps it, positive.
Well, I think my other answer, when I had said I went to college and then several years later I went back to college, my first degree isn't in teaching. When I went back to college, I got my teaching degree, and that was after I had already had kids. And I think that I always wanted to be a teacher, partly. And then after I had my own children, I just really realized how much I love being around kids. And I love teaching them. I love when they learn new things. And I love spending my days with them. So I said, well, as I think at the time, I was 30 years old. And so it was later in life that I decided to go back and get my degree. So I think that that's a lesson, that don't ever give up on your dreams, and you're never too old to go back and change careers or to do something different if you really want to do that.
All right, and final question. What is your favorite Bible verse and why?
Mine is 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight. And that's kind of always been how I've lived my life. When things go right, they go right for a reason. When things go wrong, they go wrong for a reason. And, I've been through many trials and tribulations where things have gone right and wrong, but I'm like, you know what? The big man up there, he's doing it because he needs me to go through whatever this trial or tribulation may be. And so that, I think, really resonates with me.
My favorite Bible verse is 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13 through 14. It says, "Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love." I feel like it just sends a really good message about how to live your life from day to day.
My favorite verse is from 1 John chapter 15, verses 12 through 13. "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." I just think that it's really selfless, and I think we're at a period in society and just history where we kind of need to kind of think about one another in order to make this work a little bit better. So I just like the selflessness in that verse and the reminder of what Jesus did for us.
My favorite Bible verse has changed a lot over the years. There's so many favorite ones that I've had. But right now, my favorite verse is Romans 8:31. And if God is for you, who can be against you? And I really focused on that one lately because it's a rhetorical question. That basically is just asking you, if you have God's love and support, I mean, nothing else could ever come against you. And everything else is pretty insignificant and minor because you have God on your side. And so don't be afraid, and just move forward and know that He's with you always.
Thank you, teachers, for answering our questions. And this has been Everything But the Homework.